Hi. I want to share this extraordinary story that happened to me many years ago. I told a lot of friends after it happened. I thought, well, if I stick it on YouTube, more people will see it and maybe feel, I don't know if it's inspired, but, just kind of get an affirmation that life really is a lot more than what meets the eye. And I found that out directly on a very amazing evening. In 1984, my friend Michael Kearns presented me with a script called Warren, and he said, I want you to play Warren. It's a play about a real person. Warren had been written by his best friend, Rebecca Ranson. He was a young man who died of AIDS, and Rebecca wrote this play about her friendship with Warren just 3 months after he died. So a lot of the scenes were verbatim bits of conversations that they had actually had. So it felt very authentic, and it was, because it was from, it was true to life, literally. It was very touching. It was very well written. I was very moved. I thought, oh my God, what an honor to be asked to play this part. So I said, I would love to do it. Before rehearsals started, I flew to San Francisco to visit my friend Vicky. And when she said, what's new? I said, I'm going to be in a play. It's called Warren. And it's about a real guy who died of AIDS. She went, oh my God. I said, yeah, he was a performance artist, and it's a beautiful play. She said, where did he live? I said, I think he grew up in Tennessee, but then in later years he moved here to San Francisco, and this is where he died. She said, what's his last name? I said, Johnston. She said, Warren Johnston was a friend of mine. I said, what? She said, I knew Warren. He died in San Francisco hospital. Warren Johnston. He was a performance artist. Warren is a friend of mine. I went, are you fucking kidding me? So yeah, my friend Vicky knew Warren, the man I was about to portray on stage. And after I got back to LA, she sent me a photograph of him, of his lover, a whole essay of her memories of him. And so, that was the first amazing thing that happened. And it was very helpful, the information she gave me. He was very whimsical. He would have a zucchini and a red cabbage and have them talking to each other like puppets. Very sweet, sweet. Getting emotional, sweet energy. So we rehearsed, the play opened. Several weeks into the play, this evening happened. It was an evening where I wanted the performance to be really good. We were all relaxed enough. We were solid in our lines. We knew what we were doing. I was always concerned about when Warren died in the play, because there's a scene in the hospital bed, and he's surrounded by his family, his stepmother, his father, his lover, his mother, and a friend. Rebecca, the actress who played the real Rebecca. And then in the play, he dies in the hospital bed, and he stays dead on stage for a significant amount of time. And I always wanted to really appear dead, because I had seen enough plays and even movies sometimes where the corpse is, you see its chest rise a little bit while it's breathing. You might see the eyelid twitch a little bit. And I thought, I want to be really convincing when I die, because I am on stage for a while before the lights go down. Then they go up over on the other side of the stage for a funeral scene. And then they go down and then up again. And all of us are there standing for the curtain call. On this particular night that I really wanted to be good in, big casting director Bob Hart-Browne was going to be in the audience. Thought, ooh, maybe he can get me work if I'm really good. But more importantly, Rebecca Ranson herself had flown in from the East Coast to see what we had done with her play. The real Warren's best friend would be watching me play Warren. So I thought, okay, you're solid, just give it up, let it go, and let spirit guide you during this performance. Well, spirit guided me. We're in the hospital. Everything goes fine, the beginning, middle of the play. Now we're coming down the home stretch. It's the hospital scene. I'm surrounded by my family, and typically I would play it understandably very emotionally. We're saying goodbye for the last time, and we're saying how much we love each other, and I'm just awash in tears. So this scene is beginning, and I'm looking at my family members and my friends, all of a sudden, I feel a tingle, and over here, I see something like sparkling light come from above, diagonally down. I feel it enter my left temple. It's like, and it filled my body. This energy filled my body, and I knew it was Warren. I knew it was his spirit that had just entered my body. And I went, oh my God, he's here. He's with me. And I thought, you're going to help me play the scene? I'll surrender. I'll step out of the way. You take over. And when I did that, my thoughts changed. I did not become emotional. All the tears dried up. I was not crying. I was looking at my mother, and these were my thoughts as Warren guided me, which was, this is the most important person in your life. It is your mother, and this is the last time you're going to be able to see her. So look at her. And like analytically, I went, look at the curve of her earlobe. You never noticed that before, did you? Take a mental picture. Look at the nose, the bridge of the nose. Look at the hairline. Look at the line of her jaw. You never really noticed that before, did you? Look at it now while you can. This is your last chance. So my eyes got big, I'm sure, and I was like hungrily taking in these details of her face, taking mental pictures. And it felt very right, very different from how I had played it, but very right and interesting. I went inside, I'm going, thank you, Warren, this is really good. And then comes the moment where I die. And I relax my body, and I'm getting ready to hold my breath, because that's what I have been doing. I held my breath in previous performances, but sooner or later I always did have to breathe. A voice in my head, I don't know if it was Warren or who, said, don't hold your breath. You are so relaxed, your breathing will be so even, it will not be detectable to anybody's eye. So just relax even more deeply and let yourself breathe. I said, okay. So I did. And it did feel very relaxed. The play is continuing without me. The family members are talking. I am in such a black void of peace. I feel very content when all of a sudden, in my mind's eye, there's my mother, who had died 3 years earlier. There's my mother standing in front of me with her back to me, with these huge white wings sprouting out of her back, and she turns to me with this mischievous elfin grin and goes, want to go for a ride? And in my mind's eye, I took hold of the base of her wings with my hands, and we whooshed up out of my body. We whooshed up out of my body to the very top of the theater. And now I'm still in this peaceful black void with my mother's company next to me, knowing that I really look dead down there, because I'm not there. I'm not down there. I hear the play going on. I hear the funeral scene. I hear everyone singing Amazing Grace. I'm just grooving, being with my mom. And it was really sweet. It was really nice. But then as the music started to come to a close, I said, oh, fuck, Mom. I said, Mom, I have to get back in my body for the curtain call. She said, I know, honey, I know. Go ahead, it's okay. And I was, thank you, thank you, thank you. Whew. Next thing I know, I'm in my body. The lights are out, the lights come on, I open my eyes, stand up, and we all bow for the curtain call. And that was the play. Afterwards, I looked at Rebecca. She was awash in tears. I thought, okay. And then a man came up and hugged me afterwards. He said, oh, you were great. It was beautiful. And when you die, you really die. I said, thank you. And that was maybe the most extraordinary evening of performance I ever had. And I couldn't have done it without Warren and without Mom. Thanks.